Welcome back to Shib Planet. I don't usually report on things like this, but today some shots have been fired in the Shiba Inu community, and this one is not looking too good. Because basically some word has been spreading on the Discord that Shibarium was copied off another chain, and this has been causing some people to lose some confidence in the team. And on the other hand, Shytoshi has come out with a public statement on Telegram to address all these things. And all this infighting has even attracted the attention of a prominent crypto influencer, Bitboy, who's really big in the crypto space, and he's promising to add fuel to the fire by making some revelations of his own. So a lot to cover today, and I think this is pretty important because it's having some impact on the tokens which we hold. So let's cover the facts in today's video. Welcome back to Shib Planet, everyone. This is Ace. As far as FUD goes, whichever side you're on, whether you say it's an orchestrated attack or if you think the team has been slacking, I think one way or the other, this FUD can potentially wipe out the recent positivity and gains which Shib has been getting. So let's uncover the facts and see which side we're going to lie on. Alright, so basically the first time I saw this was actually on Twitter when a Twitter user called Rancoon, he tweeted some screenshots of some conflicts which have been happening on Discord, and basically his tweet reads, "Serious escalation in the official Shib Discord. Shibarium is a ripped off chain from Renia," that's another blockchain apparently, "and they forgot to change the chain ID." And then there's some comments from the mods. So we're going to take a look at some of these, and it's pretty interesting. I know I actually did notice on the first day that there was a chain ID there. It's just that I never looked it up myself, so looks like somebody did look it up, and we do have an explanation from that from Shytoshi. But let's check out what happens, what's been said next. This is just the first page. So basically, someone is explaining some technical details of how a blockchain works. Basically, fundamentally, blockchains have a certain ID, like 1, 2, 3, 4, for example, and that's like a unique identifier for them. So he's just pretty much talking about that that particular ID seemed to be what was on the puppy net. And that's their fuel for why it's it's been copied. And let's see what else is here. It says this part here says Rena has been live and owned that chain ID since February and was planned since December. The only way this chain ID could have been taken from Rena testnet is if Rena testnet dev is telling the truth. There's no way for it to be taken over without Shytoshi or Cal specifically having comms with him and asking him to reboot, i.e. tricking him. And yeah, I suppose you could pause and read this for yourselves. And I think we got a comment from Trophius, who is from the Shib team as well, and at least he's a mod on Discord, and he says here that some additional things. The Metaverse team that consisted of Basehead, Milkshake, UB, Sticks, First World, and himself had no knowledge of what you're seeing on the Shib.io website or within the Metaverse video showcased. Apparently, there were accusations of buying assets without modification or anything else. Yeah, so I suppose you could read through the rest of this. For those of you guys who've been following the the rift, there had been a rift between a legacy team and a current team, and then there were some additional splits. I'm not really part of the FUD, but I suppose you could pause this and read for additional details. All I see is that ultimately it can have some negative impacts on the short-term price of our tokens. And on another page, someone says here, "Why not find out what happened and then come here? All you guys did was cause a ton of fear and speculation." I think he's responding to somebody. And Trophius responds, "All right, chat was frozen for a second. I will unlock, but this needs to be said." He says, "For one, due diligence is needed, and that is what is presented. Is this verifiable? Nope. Will it be looked into? Yep. However, there needs to be transparency and communication within the dev team publicly." So there's an additional statement there. And in response to Bitboy's earlier comment, Shytoshi had a cheeky comment of himself. And he says, hey, Bitboy Crypto, how are those t-shirt sales on your ship videos? Good? Great. Make sure you bring receipts, okay? And to this, Bitboy ends up retweeting Shytoshi's tweet and, you know, makes a comment saying 575 likes and 2 comments. Laugh out loud. Yeah, this guy is legit. So there's a clash which is going on against 2 crypto heads. Shytoshi has about 900, just a short of 1 million followers, and Bitboy is about not too far, you know, ahead of that. And you know, they have different influence in different areas of crypto. So this can actually have the potential of getting pretty bad, because these guys have the potential to swing entire tokens, you know. So I think that's the part I wanted to show you next. Let's see what is happening on the, you know, on the token front. Bone token has actually dropped 18% at the moment regarding that. And let me see, the lowest it went to was actually $1.12. It's recovered quite strongly, but then it's currently at $1.22. There's massive amounts of volume, but that volume is actually volume of a lot of token dumps, you know, from people responding to the FUD. I myself am still holding, because this is not the first time SHIB has, you know, experienced FUD. If I was in a buying position, I certainly would probably try and scoop up, but I'm pretty comfortable. I have bought up quite a lot of you know, bone before at well below this price, so hopefully we'll be able to you know, to win this one over. As for the SHIB token, down 8%, but I don't think this one is as much to do with the current scandal. I think this is just in line with what's happening with the rest of the crypto market, I think. But SHIB is a lot lower than others have been dropping recently. And if I could, well, yeah, so I wanted to show you guys something else, something interesting. There's people who have been making new tokens. I think there's a Renia token from that blockchain, which apparently was copied, and some people have even made a Renia Inu. And this always happens in crypto. If you've been here for a while, you know, FUD is always an opportunity for little rug tokens, which you could potentially, you know, make 10x in a very short amount of time. So yeah, there's a bunch of these things which are happening on Twitter right now. And I think the only other thing I wanted to show you is, let's take a look at Shytoshi's official response. And this is from Discord. So I'm just going to zoom in this so we can have a read of this together. Shytoshi Kusama, let me say this once and for all. Half the people in the Discord bone room have spent the last weeks trying to call me names, dox my real name on socials, call me a scammer, discredit, while trying to pump their bags on projects they used my name to pump in the first place. For months while working alongside me, they went back behind my back and collected enough Shibians to have these moments and appear intelligent, and have acquired by dumping with each listing enough bone to dump and make you all panic. So Shytoshi's general response to this is a coordinated attack which has been expected. And if you read from, at least my comment to this is, if you read in his recent blog post, he has alluded to you know, things like this potentially happening, and I think he speaks later on that this was quite expected. So yeah, interesting to see how the drama is folding out. I'll just carry on to read. He says, it's a smart and also a very sad play that we saw coming a mile away. I lost some very close friends in the process, and what a shame to see my once mighty team reduced to this level of normality in this space. Referring to this kind of thing happens a lot in crypto. He goes on to say, but in the end, we have a new incredible team, as you have all witnessed from the new posts, new socials, as the old ones are now being locked by the same individuals who will post against this post. Noticed how the SHIB metaverse account ignored SX, the South and Southwest. Actually, I did notice that. I wondered why did they create a new metaverse account. So clearly there's been some issues happening in the background there. And apparently, yeah, and I did notice that the old metaverse account wasn't tweeting any of the really good stuff which is happening with you know, the current metaverse project. Yeah, it seems like people were salty about something. and amazing products and services fueled by a momentum that drives us forward. We build against all the FUD. Moreover, nothing I can say or do will change the stance that they have. So instead of giving them screenshots, they'll attempt to use it against us, and I kindly ask that they leave this once peaceful realm on Discord and go to new homes which they've made and proudly display for the world. And he goes on to explain. Let's just see if he can explain about that copy stuff. He says, these outbursts and FUD moments help no one, and if you can't see what is happening a mile away, shame on you. Finally, my shout out to Jesus M was because he saw through this hilarious FUD. If we worked on whatever, I'm trying to see. Okay, I think this is the part where he is addressing about the copy. He says, if we forked whatever, and forking is a crypto term for, well, it's a tech term for copying. So basically, if we forked or copied whatever, this is common in crypto. So he's pretty much admitting that this happens. And I do know this to be true because ShibaSwap is actually a copy of SushiSwap, for those of you guys who don't know. And SushiSwap is actually a copy of Uniswap. And lots of swaps are actually a copy of Uniswap. So that's a very, very common thing in the dev world and in crypto. And that's Shytoshi's response to that. And he says, and this forking allows for fast and agile movement, especially in software development. But with a capital B, forking things that are not open source is against the rules, which we did not do. So he's pretty much saying yes, they did fork it. But, if it's open source, forking is not against the rules. And then he's saying people are accusing them of doing something wrong from the same people doing the exact same thing with Martin Douglas, of all people, pointed out. I don't know what that's all about. And that's the humor in the situation. So that's basically Shytoshi's response. And I am certainly familiar that, this happens in the dev world. Like, everything is a copy. Any swap which exists on Ethereum right now is a copy. And as for the blockchain one, I do think it was probably a slip up. I can understand that for the purposes of a testnet, if you can fork, something. Well, assuming you have a copy of your real one, I'd assume you'd fork that. But it looks like, they certainly have. So it kind of makes sense why you would fork, for testnet purposes. But I do think, there was probably a bit sloppy to leave the ID there, because, that's just fuel for people who are already looking to throw some shade at the Shiba Inu ecosystem. As for myself, I'm going to keep holding and see what's, how things pan out. And I think I'll just wrap up today's video with that. Let me know what you guys think. If you like the way I cover the Shiba Inu ecosystem, the best way you can continue to support this channel is simply by hitting the like button and also leaving a comment. Those two actions will help share quality Shiba Inu content with the community. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. This is Ace. Peace.